Have you ever had a thought or a dream of being an educator in our industry, or even bigger, right? Being a platform artist? Today's episode, we are sitting down with some of the industry's top platform artists who are performing at this year's symposium. It's part of our Symposium Series. And you're going to hear from them what you can learn from their journey to get there and what advice they specifically have for you if you want to become an educator or platform artist. Welcome to the Salon Scoop, the podcast that helps salon owners and salon professionals grow their business, boost their brand, and stay inspired. From salon marketing and social media to leadership and growth, we uncover the strategies and stories that move the industry forward. If you love learning, growing, and are serious about leveling up your salon business and brand, you've just found your new go-to podcast. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Salon Scoop. Today's episode is another compilation in our Symposium series, and this time I'm sitting down with the top artists and asking them, what was it like to get to where they are, and what advice would they have for others in the industry who want to become educators, who want to become platform artists? Most of the platform artists today that you see at events were sitting in the audience one day and they were inspired by someone on stage and said, you know what, I want to do that. And they are now giving this information back to you as to how you can go about following in that journey if it's interesting for you. So listen closely as I sit through and go step by step with each of these artists. And if you know of somebody right in your circle who's interested in becoming an educator, or who has maybe started that path already, wants to become a platform artist, absolutely share this episode with them. There are so many amazing insights. Let's delve in and talk to each of these artists to get their advice and what you can learn from their journey. What would you say, Adrian, that others can maybe learn from you if they have aspirations to become a platform artist? What would your advice be based on your journey to help them get there?
I mean, the bottom line is this, that I think I know you will always have to work harder and harder and harder. So if it is something you want to do, I think align that your intention of why you want to do it is in a place that comes from wanting to give, wanting to share, wanting to help. Because at the end of the day, you are expending a lot of mental and physical energy. And so the core of it has to be that you're passionate about what you're doing, because you never want to get to a place with it where you're, not happy with what you're doing, because your job is to spread positivity and to help. So you have to be in a place of wanting to do that. But the biggest thing that I will say is showing up ready, showing up prepared. It doesn't matter what level of success you get to. Your reputation doesn't necessarily just stay forever. You have to continue to uphold your reputation. And and hard work. You got to just work hard all the time, But what a blessing to be able to work hard and to have the opportunities to do so.
So education. I feel like you'll hear that a lot from me, because I truly feel like once you understand things and have more education in your pocket, then you can see like what those educators are doing, like take the time to learn from others, because if it wasn't for the mentors that I've had, I would not be where I am today because of that time that I learned from them. But then also really truly understanding your why. Like, why do you want to be on a stage? Like, because if it's just to be like the in person or the it thing, like there's just more to it than that. I think like understanding your why is the biggest thing, I think. And then taking the time to learn from the mentors so that you can perfect your style of teaching.
I think my first piece of advice is make sure that you're in it for the right reasons. Like I said, like I got stoked about it because of the reactions of other people and so for me, it became learner focused. And I think if you're a learner focused educator, you will go so much further, because it's those people are the ones that are going to raise you up, of course. And my advice would be to, of course, stay focused on the learner, and then also just making sure that you continue to take classes. Like, I literally just signed up for a class, in the States for Memorial Day weekend. Like, it's supposed to be my weekend off, and I signed up for a class because it was the only weekend I had free. And I'm so excited about it. I'm learning a new skill set to bring to not only my guests, but also to social and to teach at some point. And I'll always do it. I'm in a year-long mentorship with Redken right now that I'm paying for travel to go to. So the learning never stops. So never think that you're too big to attend other stuff, because I think that'll always keep you going. And now that I'm in this for so long, it keeps you relevant, because that's the other thing. You can have a viral video and that's cool. But keeping that relevancy on social, of course, is a part of the job. And and making sure that you always have fresh stuff to bring.
I think the difficult thing today with all the digital media, social media that we have, is we are compare us always to other people. And I think that this is something what is, on one side, when we're thinking as human, this is something what is normal. But I think it is more the belief in yourself about what is your own creativity. I think talking about inspirations, what other people are doing, and taking these things, this is good to do, but don't compare always, okay, I have to do this to be more successful. It is more believe in yourself, and of course it is believe in principles, go to school, reading some books, looking to people they are doing this in the right direction, and looking what they are doing. Is there some activities that they are doing, watching this, learning from them? And I think this is the important thing, working on your base and then the creativity coming. A lot of people thinking the stage is that the first thing, what is the end result or the goal. No, it's more about the purpose of why we are doing this. And when people stand up and going to front with a purpose, this is a totally different intention than I'm standing up. I want to be a superstar. From my position, a lot of musicians, when we're looking around, when you're looking at that history, is not that they're starting like a star. No, they had that purpose and the belief and the music and the creativity. This is the only focus that they had, and this is what inspires me.
What could others learn from you, Lisa, if they have aspirations to be a platform artist? What would your advice be to them to help them to get there?
I always say start small. There is nothing in life that you can talk, do, achieve without living the experience. Anybody can say anything, but we're all different. We have different needs. I don't know, maybe you want to be a platform artist, but you have 5 kids. I don't know that. You know what I mean? So we are in different times in life. So I think start small, step by step. I always tell people, when I do a lot of coaching, I tell my students, because I want to educate. Okay, start hiring an assistant, because that educating that one person, it can lead you to question yourself in so many different levels, to help her to grow, to build something, because she's going to ask questions. You're going to question yourself from the question that she asked. And that is so much growth. There is no way that you can experience something in life that it cannot teach you something, right? Everything is a lesson. So going through the process is the best learning, and start small. That would be my biggest advice.
To really dig deep of why, because I have a lot of people say, I want to be a platform artist. And it's like, well, what is driving you to do it? Because I think when you really know that it's not about yourself, that the bigger purpose is what you're sharing to help other people, you will be so much better at it than if it's because I want this for myself. It's really about what you can do to serve others.
So the advice that I would always give someone who's interested in becoming a platform artist is to find their voice. Look at the greats or the people that you maybe look up to that are great platform artists, but never ever try to be someone else. Try to find, maybe pick little things, from each individual, and, collectively compile it to create your own voice, your own way to do things, and always be authentic to you, but always think about the why. Like, why do you want to be a platform artist? And again, for me, it's not just about having the platform as much as it is about sharing the information. Like, I feel like I've gone through some, ebbs and flows, obviously, for just career highs and lows. And throughout that, like, I want to be a voice to help people, so that they realize that, they don't have to make the mistakes that I made, basically.
Yeah. Two pieces of advice, three. Don't say no. Say yes to opportunities because you don't know where that opportunity leads. Number two, don't be seduced by past success, right? Like, people win awards, people are told they're great. And if you relish in that moment, then you're not moving forward to the next moment. And so I think that's been like my biggest attribute is once something happens, great, like it's over, it's in the past. And now I have to like figure out what I'm going to do next versus, sit in that and relish that victory in whatever way that victory came. And the third one would be to always stay humble. At the end of the day, like, if you don't have humility, you have nothing. So humility is key, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, my wrong reasons were is I wanted to be the Madonna of hair. And I was like, so, in the end, who's that about? That's about me. And on this side of it, it didn't take long, but on this side of it, to realize that education and being there and up there to me is just a different stage, right? So being up there, whether I'm behind the chair, whether I'm in a salon, whether I'm at the Redken Exchange, or whether I'm at Symposium, it is about the learner and the thing that I can give in that moment to make sure that they can take it back and use and utilize it to make them better at what they do. So the focus would be make it about them and not yourself.
What I found most interesting from all of those answers is there's a common thread. Did you feel it? Right? Did you hear it? The common thread is that each of those individuals are so humble. They just want to be giving back to the community. They don't want to become educators and platform artists because they want to be a star. They want the fame. They want the fortune. They all have this genuineness to them of giving back, of teaching, right? Of providing value, providing insights, sharing their knowledge, sharing what they were given, right? And kind of paying it forward. I think it's beautiful. And I enjoyed my conversation with each of them because I just sensed how pure their intention was. And I think that's the big learning for everyone out there. If you're going down the education path, you have to be doing it for the right reasons. You have to have the passion to want to give back. You have to care about the audience, right? And providing value for them. That's what we try to do every day at Salon S.O.S. Obviously, we provide digital marketing services and support for the industry, whether it's websites, loyalty programs, Google search engine, help on rankings. We genuinely are here and we exist to give back to the industry. I've been part of this industry for so many years, and it has given me so much. And that's my sole purpose. So I connect a lot with the messages that these artists shared today. And I hope that you picked up and connected with that message as well, so that you can carry that forward and become the next generation of incredible educators, right? Who are helping to inspire, helping to grow our industry to the next level. Share this episode, everyone. Really, really powerful. And follow the artists. A big thank you to each and every one of them for sharing their insights, sharing their stories, sharing their advice. We've got their Instagram handles in the show notes. You can follow along their journeys. Have a great day, everyone. Be inspired and go share the message. Thank you so much for listening to the Salon Scoop podcast. This show is produced by Salon S.O.S, a digital marketing agency by industry professionals for industry professionals. If you want simple and affordable solutions for any of your salon marketing needs, such as websites, client loyalty, Google search rankings, social media, or more, come visit us at salonsos.ca or on Instagram at salon.s.o.s. If you want to hear more episodes like this and help us continue to bring the industry great content, it would mean so much to us if you would support us in one of the following ways. Either share this episode with one other industry professional, and rate the show on Spotify or write us a quick review on Apple Music. We want to hear your feedback. If you have follow-up questions or ideas for future episodes, please reach out. DM us on Instagram at salonus.s.o.s or hit us up on our website again at salonsos.ca. Again, thanks so much for listening. Now go get your hustle on, keep smiling, and we'll catch you on our next episode.